Hey, what's going on, guys? Tigerr. So today we're going to be showing off some of the smokes that I think you absolutely must know to throw on Anubis. Now, this is a map that not a lot of people have played for CSGO. I know a lot of people tried to avoid this map, or maybe just didn't play it as much. But coming into CS2, if you're playing Premier and Face It, things like that, I've noticed a lot more people wanting to play it, so I thought I'd make a guide, kind of what smokes I think you need to know, what smokes I think help me out a lot in my games. So make sure to stick around, maybe you'll learn some things. Make sure to leave comments down below if I missed any smokes or any things you'd like to see in the next video. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And as always, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, sub, all that great stuff down below. But without further ado, we'll jump right in. So the first smoke we're going to be throwing is the mid smoke. We're going to start on T side. All the smokes will be for the attacking side. So the first smoke is going to be right from T spawn. We're just going to line ourselves up. There'll be these little fence post type things. You're going to want to go to the second most to the left. Line yourself up just right in the middle. Aim right here at this intersection where this building comes down to meet this wall here. You're going to aim here and then jump throw. As you can see, this one's going to land in the middle area. As you can see, it blocks off any peek that they might have from this angle, which is a big op angle. Obviously, it holds a lot of control if you're playing here. It forces them to play over towards this section, towards the double doors. But it's a really easy position for you to just Molotov off. My personal favorite for this molly is you aim right at this window. You're going to run and throw. It'll land blocking off all of the close angle. They will be able to play behind the double doors here, but it stops them from peeking the immediate corner, so it does allow you to get all the way up if you're trying to split into water to push maybe down E-box, things like that. But overall, if you use the molly and the smoke, it should look something along the lines of this. You'll have all of the mid control, allows you to split through water easily, have somebody pop a flash around the corner, fight the guy double doors, or you can throw the deeper molly to molly off this entire area if you want full control. But as you can see, the smoke is really strong, and it's one that I really like to throw. And then one more smoke from T-spawn that I like to throw a lot. This will block off E-box. What you're going to do is you're going to line yourself up in this truck here, the corner of this truck in the wall. Aim yourself at the top right of this window here, and jump throw. As we scale up to mid here, you'll see this blocks off all of E-box. So it does not land. This isn't the deeper smoke. I like throwing this one though. It allows you to get further up positioning and be able to play around the one way a little bit easier. It'll catch a lot of CTs off guard if you decide to peek. You can even get on top of this box if you want to. It does show a lot of you above the smoke. So if you want to play a one way, you can kind of play this angle here. Super helpful. Allows you to cross without being opt from this angle here. Stuff like that, I think it's super important to throw. Then moving over to the B side of the map, there's actually 3 smokes you're going to throw from the same exact spot. Similar to the one on Mirage T side, where you throw all 3 from maps. Same type concept here. You're going to line yourself up in this corner for the first one. Actually, all 3 of these are going to be from the same corner. You just tuck yourself here until you stop moving. First one is going to be for long. You're going to aim at this little, you can see this little crack here. You want to aim all the way at the top of that. And just normal throw. No jump throw, just normal. As you can see, it smokes all of long off. Some of the other smokes I see for this area let you play in this little one-way corner here. This one completely smokes it off, so this is one of my personal favorites to throw. As you can see, no coverage here. There will be another smoke we throw for temple, so don't worry about that for now. But that smoke's there. The next smoke, you're going to line yourself up in the same corner. You're going to aim right at the top of this, the second, I don't even know what you would call these things, but you're going to aim at the second one, right towards the top. And as you can see, when it lands, it'll bounce off the top of there, off that wall. And as it lands, you can see it smokes off all of E-box, the dark area. It gets a lot of coverage. It doesn't go very far in, so they have absolutely no sight at all. Can't boost over it, nothing. This one I think is one of my favorites to throw if we're taking B site. And then lastly, for the temple smoke, you're going to want to sit yourself up in the same exact corner as the last 2. You're going to aim right in this corner of, it's right next to the second one that we just threw for E-box. It's going to be right next to that one, all the way tucked in the corner though. And you're just going to normal throw. And as you can see, when it lands, blocks off all of temple. Even covers a little bit of back sight, so if you do want to scale up, if this smoke's down also, kind of lets you take easier fights towards back sight, lets you scale up, clear this angle here. You can kind of take 1v1s a lot easier. So if we're smoking all 3, it'll look something like this. You're going to want to aim yourself up in the corner, line yourself up, sorry. Aim at the top of this crack in the wall, throw. You're going to aim right in this corner, throw. Aim at the top of this one here, and then throw. They are really easy and quick to throw, so it's not one of those where you have to jump throw, land, stuff like that. As you can see, blocks off a lot of the site. The only places you really have to worry about, this corner over here. Molly clears that one pretty easily though. And overall, this just gives you a lot of site coverage, and if you're throwing these 3 smokes, it just makes dividing the site so much easier. And once again, with all 3 smokes landed, if you just drop a molly in this corner, it's kind of a bad one, ignore that, but you get the idea. A lot easier to isolate 1v1s here. You can fight right, you can clear back site. With cover from all of these different smokes, it just makes it so much easier to take the site. These are super important for me if I'm taking B site. Okay, so then moving over to the A site, our first smoke is going to be for the camera hall area. So you're going to line yourself up, you walk up this ramp here, all the way until you're in the corner. You're going to want to aim at this, almost like a star. You're going to want to aim a little bit down until it meets the arch. And you're going to throw. As you can see, this is a deep smoke for camera haul here. Doesn't allow any coverage from sight, even if you stand all the way back here. Nothing. It's a really deep smoke if you want to take advanced control. There are smokes that land farther up here, but I don't like to use those very much because it allows for people to play around to one way on the site. So I like throwing this deeper smoke for all the way in the back of the camera roll. And the next smoke for A is going to be to block off heaven. What we're going to do. There's this little invisible gap here where if you run into this box, just directly into it, it'll stop you. I don't know what you get caught on exactly. I think it's this little line here. But what you're going to want to do is line yourself up directly into that little gap. Just what I do is I just press W into this box until it lines me up. What you want to do is put your crosshair where you're going to see mine here in a second. I'll highlight it, but it's kind of hard to see. What we want to do is find out this area here. You want to aim at the top of this, the upper line. Hold, and then you're going to run throw until it reaches around this section here. You just kind of follow the line down with your crosshair. That's why I like this lineup so much. So you hold and run throw. And as you can see, this one blocks off all of heaven. Now, there are different ways to throw this smoke. This one is the deeper smoke. It blocks off everything, including this little area on the jump up here. But if you are worried about somebody holding this angle, like hiding in the smoke in this here, what you can do instead, line yourself up in the same exact corner. Aim at the top of this piece here again. You just take one step less. You just throw like that. As you can see, it lands a little bit deeper. As you can see, there's no one way here, even though it kind of looks like it does from out on sight. Can't see through it, covers just as much, but like I said, it doesn't cover this opening here on the jump up. These are my personal two favorites. So if you're going to be throwing both for your team, what you're going to want to do is line yourself up in this corner here. It looks something like this. Once again, aim at the center, all the way down until it meets the arch. Throw. You want to tuck yourself into this. Aim right here at the top. Run throw. And as you can see, by the time you enter out into the site, this area is open. But my personal favorite is you throw mollies here, something that lands roughly in this area, just to block off the heaven peak. And as you're scaling up, clearing the left. But having all these nades together makes it so much easier to take a site, and honestly, I think it's just super important to know. Okay, so to end off this video on a little bit more of a fun util combo, this is going to be for the CT side. I did mention I'd show you guys my favorite CT side smokes. My absolute favorite is you're going to want to line yourself up in this corner. This is going to be a one-way for canals, so you can take the fight towards the A stairs area. What you're going to want to do, like I said, line yourself up against the C box here. Aim at this little rounded off section of the wall here. You're going to want to throw the smoke. And you want to move a few steps to the right and just toss a molly behind it. Doesn't have to be precise, but what this allows you to do is you walk through your smoke all the way over to the corner in the left side. It allows you to play this one way up from this corner. So if you're on the T side and you're walking out, they have no vision of you on the right side. They just think that E-box is smoked off. Like I said though, if you play this angle all the way tucked up in the corner, you get so many free kills playing here. Nobody ever expects it. I mean, obviously if you're doing it repeatedly, they will. But for those rounds where you really need the entry picks, this is one of my absolute favorites to do on the CT side. And dropping the molly here isn't necessarily, you don't need to do it, but I've noticed it helps out a lot with people if they're rushing through, maybe dropping through mid or rushing the A-stairs area. Allows you to get a pick here and then get out. So if you're playing it in real time, it'll look something like this, ideally. You want to throw the smoke, aim over, throw the molly. Smoke will go down, molly's up, aim yourself here, play off the one way. Take whatever fights you want to without fear of being pushed because of the molly. Get one pick, get out. Give your teammates number advantage. Helps you out a lot. That's one of my absolute favorites though. So as I said at the start of the video, if you do enjoy all this, I'd really appreciate a like, comment, sub, all that great stuff. Helps me out a lot, lets me know what I'm doing, you guys are enjoying. And as always, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one.